Before we dive in, a quick introduction to today's guest, Love Ford, CEO and co-founder of Acrils, the African Continental Real Estate Listing Service. With over 20 years of banking, brokerage and international business, Love is driving a bold mission to make African real estate transparent, secure and globally accessible for the diaspora and beyond. Hi guys, I'm Sam.
I'm Yaba.
And together we are Ghana Bound. And today we have a very special lady with us. And I'm going to let her introduce herself to you guys.
Thank you, Sam. My name is Love Ford, and I've also gotten my official Ghanaian name. And so I am Afua Amakwa.
So what has brought you here? Where have you come from?
So my first visit to Ghana was December of 2022.
Right.
And when I came initially, it was to come to a groundbreaking ceremony for a development project. And so I was able to come for 4 days. Like, who comes to Ghana for 4 days? I did that.
You'll be amazed how many people say, I've only got 3 days. Let me just pop over to Ghana. How was it?
It was great. I didn't sleep the entire time.
Wow. Was it December?
Yes, it was December. It was December. And I experienced so much of the culture during those 4 days. One of the experiences that have stuck with me was being able to visit the dungeons.
Right.
And when I visited the dungeons, it really changed me as a person forever. When I came back to market that project, everyone was very interested, but no one trusted it. No one trusted it because of the perception and how we were raised globally, the diaspora, how we were raised about and taught about Africa. And so along my journey, I was introduced to Hannah Atiase, and my sister and Hannah, we came up with a solution to help solve that problem and to bring some transparency to real estate, so that it wouldn't seem so scary or feel like you're going to be ripped off or fraud was involved. And so we created a platform called Acrils, which is the African Continent Real Estate Listing Service. So that's the long answer to your short question.
That was a very short, because knowing what you've done and achieved so far, that was a very short version. Actually.
Okay.
But I'm going to take it just back one tiny step. And you mentioned about when you went to the dungeons, which we've been as well. One of the first things we did, it changed you. How so?
So while I was there, it was almost like an extra sense kicked in, something I have never experienced or felt before. And I could literally hear the ancestors asking me what I'm going to do to correct the wrong that was done. So I heard that like always in the back of my mind, in the back of my head since I left. And so everything I do is with purpose as it relates to Africa. It's to make sure that what has been done in the past never happens again. And so
that is a mighty calling.
Yeah.
So how was it when you went into the door of no return?
It was emotional, and to know that they actually starved people to fit through the door, and you could feel it. You can still get a sense of like the smell, like it's in the air. It's not overpowering, but it's there. You can tell what happened. You can feel the presence. And to see where people just jumped into the ocean because that was the preference, and to like be right there, it was amazing. So that was in December. In this past January, my sister and I, we went to the last slave bath. And we actually went in the water. And you know, water carries memory.
Yeah.
But it was different this time. This time I felt that they were proud. This time I didn't feel like, what are you gonna do? It was almost like a cheering, like this is it. You're doing it. Yes. So it was a different feeling, going to the last slave bath, being in the water, saying a prayer. It was a different experience than the first time.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Well, having met you and seen like the passion, to hear the roots of why is, I'm getting goosebumps because, I think for those who haven't been to the dungeon, even our words might elicit an emotion. But for those of you that have, you'd get that same tightening chest just from the memory alone.
Yeah.
And to spark you to, to, I guess, essentially spark your calling in what you're doing on the continent. It's an incredible thing that you're doing.
Thank you.
And I know it's not easy, but keep doing it.
I'm willing to do it. And I think what happens is when you are aligned and you're doing things on a frequency that is positive and brings value to a global group, that you get that the energy and it's there. It just naturally comes. It's like a natural experience, a natural energy, a natural vibe. So I'm not stopping.
I'm not surprised that such a powerful experience has driven you this far, in this shorter time. I remember going there and we've taken groups there, and it's still alive. It's not something that feels like an old, bygone thing. There's something tangible.
Yes.
I mean, you guys, there's a lot of things to see in Ghana, but take a moment, go up to the Cape Coast, and you'll see it's a spiritual connection. But anyway, real estate is what we're here for.
Yes.
Channel has moved in that direction with
Yes.
something we're very passionate about, and given the diaspora a very comfortable ride all the way through, from getting off the plane to making safe purchases in Ghana. Where do you see yourself in that picture?
So I feel that there needs to be a complete ecosystem for real estate. It can't just be one solution. And so it also needs to be something that has standards and that is transparent, so that the global diaspora has some comfort in coming back home. And so the ecosystem should be one where education is a component, where there's vetting, that's a component. There's structure, standards, licensing, and professionalism. And so with associations like the Ghana Association of Real Estate Brokers, with brokerages like Ghana Bound, and just complying and following the laws for the Real Estate Agency Council, one of the things that we did was put ACRELS in place. And ACRELS is a platform that allows the global diaspora to get educated on real estate, whether you're just wanting to learn as a home buyer, or if you want an opportunity to be able to generate residual income. And you can also get your real estate certification in Ghana on demand. And once you go through that real estate certification process, you do have to take an exam and you do have to join an association. I am a member of the Ghana Association of Real Estate Brokers, and I believe
As
are we. Yes.
so. Once you do that, then you are able to join brokerages like Ghana Bound, or send referrals to professional agents like Ghana Bound. But it's a whole ecosystem of education, professionalism, and standards. And it's going to continue to grow. One of the things that we will be adding to our platform in 2026 is real estate tokenization, real world assets. And so we will be able to tokenize properties. So when you list a property, the seller has the option to list or tokenize. And so if you want information on tokenization, I will make sure that they have the list to create the waiting list, so that we know the people that are interested in tokenization, so we can start marketing those projects to you, because fractional tokenization will be an option. So instead of one person purchasing a property for 200,000 or 300,000, now you can have 1,000 or 10,000 people purchasing that property. So, and having some ownership in the motherland.
I love that, because with fractional ownership as well, it means your access point is so much more realistic.
Yes.
Those who haven't necessarily got a lot of cash ready to throw into it. It's fantastic.
Yes.
And it's safe.
Yes.
And another way of saving for your own property at a later date even.
Yes.
That's
It's very good. Real good investment tip.
Yes.
Yeah.
One thing you said as well, which you said a lot of things I want to touch on, but one of the main things that you mentioned, different players in the game. So whether you're a buyer, you're a seller, or you want to be one of the professionals, Accrels allows a system that is safe, predictable, and it's professional, right?
Yes.
Because here, the challenges we have in Ghana real estate aren't just, oh, that buyer is a scammer. No, in fact, that's a very small part. It's very much about lack of information, lack of people educating themselves, and buyers coming in doing some wild things.
Oh, yes, you have a warning, right?
To acquire real estate. So how much better to have one safe space to work with the professionals alongside?
Yes.